Welcome back to United Star. You already saw our review with Vishesh, I'm sure. Now it's time to bring Prasham in. Yeah, Prasham, let's get straight into it. United lost 3-1. I think we can safely say this was one of the worst performances after the lockdown. Before we get started, though, we on the group had a pretty heated debate, and that's the first question I'm going to lead with is who is at fault over here? Do you think Chelsea were just too good today, or do you think it's United's fault for losing?
I think that there are three things to this. The first thing I think is that there was absolutely no intensity from the team today. That we looked like we had come to lose this game from the offset. We didn't look like we wanted to win this game at any point. And add on to that, after we went one goal down, after we went two goals down, with the lack of intensity, there was a lack of creativity. We didn't try anything. We didn't risk anything. Bruno was passing it into the wilderness. Paul Pogba came on and none of his passes worked. I don't know what was happening. It was like either the players didn't know what to do or they were just not wanting to do what they had to do. I think that's the first thing. The second thing is that I thought Ole made the right changes by bringing, especially I was very happy when he brought Martial on, when he took Bailly off. I was very happy with that change. That was a change in the right direction because it clearly looked like we weren't being able to break Chelsea down at all. Like we weren't getting out of our half at all. So I think that was a great change. But like I said this before, I thought that there needed to be a change in tactics because clearly Chelsea were pressing us so high that we could not do anything from the back. And that was really sad. And finally, I think individual mistakes. And that is what I want to really talk about, Rishi. I think I have been the biggest defender of David De Gea at this club, but it's over. David De Gea needs to get out of the club on the first train or the first plane or the first bus, or he can bloody walk. I don't care. He is absolutely done as a top goalkeeper. And I know he might have made a couple of half decent saves, but you cannot. I am telling you, Rishi, I would have saved that shot from Mason Mount. You cannot let that go in. And it was appalling. He's cost us the semi final, in my view. And this is not the first game he has cost us. I am done with David De Gea. He cannot be at this club next season. I've been his biggest defender, but I'm done. There is no way that he can come back from this. His confidence is at an all-time low. His performances are at an all-time low. And we cannot, it's over for him. Just get him out of the club on the first instant you can. Thank you for your service, David. Great. You've been great for like 7 out of the 9 years you've been here, but that's it. The second thing is Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof. I said this in our preview that is our weakest link combined because they do mistakes all the time. The first goal, I don't understand how Victor Lindelof does not know how to mark a person. He's behind Giroud. It's the same thing that he did with Obafemi. He's behind his player. He cannot mark a person and Giroud loses him so easily. Like he's a decent striker. Giroud is not Cristiano Ronaldo that he lost him so easily. And he got that toe poke ahead of him. I was just so shocked. And then Harry Maguire does that. We're 2-0 down. He's our club captain and he scored an own goal. Can you imagine that? He's so lazy. Harry Maguire was so lazy on that. He should be moving faster. He should know the threat that is there. It was Rudiger on him. It wasn't even Giroud. And he couldn't do anything. And I was shocked that our club captain is just fallen apart so badly. He had 3 headers, if I'm not wrong, and he missed all of them. I can't understand. Like it was just shocking. All around shocking performance. Brandon Williams left that left hand side open. I don't know for what. It's been more open than most of the cities in the world right now. He had nothing on lockdown. The ball just kept coming from there. Van Bissaka, I mean, literally, no player would have gotten more than a 5 in this game. If there was a negative marking, I would rate the entire defense in negative. Everyone was shit. The midfield, Matic was playing like a sixth defender in the beginning. When Pogba came on, he was playing like the 5th defender with Matic. Bruno was playing so deep. Rashford couldn't make a pass stick. Greenwood couldn't make a pass stick. Martial came on. I didn't even know if he was on the pitch. Apart from the times Chelsea kept fouling him, which I don't even want to get in because it doesn't even be deserved to be spoken about the way we've played today. And Dan James, like you said it, he's a white Lukaku. He doesn't have the touch. He runs into hoardings. I'm so disappointed, Rishi. I can't tell you. We didn't put on, I don't remember a spell of 6 or 7 passes that we put on together in a productive way. It was absolutely disgraceful. Manchester United have been disgraced today. And I am sad to see what's happened to us, especially we were on this high. We've really fallen. And individual errors, I mean, again, David De Gea out of my club.
Guys, as you can see, the emotions are really high. Prasham on a very long rant over there, but justified rant nonetheless. So Prasham, a few things we spoke about in the review with Vishesh was, do you think it's time to now make Romero our number one keeper? That's the number one question. Number two question is, I agree with you about the fact that this game was riddled with a lot of individual mistakes. For as good as Chelsea were tactically, if it weren't for those individual mistakes, I think it would have still been a little more end to end, and United would have still been in the game a bit more. Another thing we spoke about was, Prasham, do you think the fact that we've lost two players in the past two games, being Williams and Bai, to concussion injuries, like severe injuries like that, do you think that plays on the minds of the players?
I'm just going to quickly respond to that, Rishi. Firstly, there are two more games to go in the Premier League. Sorry, just one game to go, two for us to go in the Premier League. Play De Gea for that. That's it. End his career there. I don't want Romero to play in the league because I don't trust him either. So let him play there. Let Romero play in the Europa League, and that's about it for De Gea. And I don't want to see De Gea after game 30, the 30th game of our Premier League season. That is it. De Gea should not start in a United jersey after that. The injuries or the head injuries that you've spoken about, well, it must surely have an impact on the team, but it's the semi-final. That is when I want my captain, fridge on wheels, Harry Maguire, to actually step up and do something, right? And he didn't. He just didn't. Our shoulders were dropped even before we conceded the first goal. So I can't blame it on the injury. And yeah, individual mistakes cost us. We were tactically outclassed and physically outclassed, I feel, today. Physically, we were not a match for Chelsea at all today. But yeah, individual mistakes sealed the game, but I don't think even without those mistakes we would have won this game the way we were playing. How many
I
shots
think
did we have on target? One?
yeah, I think two. One was Bruno's free kick, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think you said it correctly. I think we've been struggling with the physicality of the game recently. I think we've been bullied individually. Like they've been targeting one player and they bully him outright. I don't know how many times Bruno was fouled today. Like it's like they're looking to injure him. Anyways, Prasham, this always happens to United since Sir Alex Ferguson has left. We string together some really good games. We look like we found who we are, we found our identity, and then games like this happen. So, do you think it's all just been paper over the cracks, or do you think this is just a minor setback and we are going to definitely shoot ahead from here, or do you think it's
No,
just
no,
downfall
Rishi,
from here?
there has definitely been actual progress, and anyone who says there hasn't, I won't have that. There has definitely been actual progress, but today's game was absolutely ridiculous. It was absolutely useless. We go into the next game against West Ham, and we need the 3 points, and that's about it. I really don't have much to say. I don't think this game is sort of papering, showing the same cracks. I think it was different. I don't know. I have nothing more to say, to be honest.
I don't think next week we just need the 3 points. I think next week we need to show that what happened today was an off game. It was just a odd one, and it's not the medium. By that I mean it's not the average that we play. So next game we need to go out guns blazing, absolutely destroy the hell out of Moyes for what he's done to this club, and we have to win. So Prasham, last two questions. One is the best player and the worst player, and your predictions for the end of the season. Because I had predicted that United will go on to win the FA Cup, and I was clearly wrong over there. So I want to know what you have to say.
The best player in today's game for United?
Yeah.
No, no one. I can't have a best player in today's game. Absolutely no one. Mike Dean did more defending than any of our players. The worst player in today's game, I could name probably 10 of them. I'd probably just name all 11 of them. Everyone was equally horrible. I can't name one there either. Predictions for the season, we yet finish in third place. I never thought we'd win the FA Cup. I thought we'd lose the final to City. This was our chance to play Arsenal and beat them. And Europa League is a single tie knockout. We need to be up for that. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm really not in the right state to predict anything about that.
Okay, guys, you heard it from Prasham. I think his rant was a bit more passionate than Vishesh's. I think we'll have a much more in-depth analysis coming up about where we talk about what's actually happening. Till then, guys, stay subscribed, leave a like, let us know what you think in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next one.